What's going on, beautiful angels? Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate the looks and appreciate your support, and I hope that I'm supporting you in some way. Today we're gonna talk about Mother's Day. Woo woo! Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. You know, Mother's Day. Without mothers, how would we be here? Right? So we're gonna be diving deep into Ralph Smart. Diving deep once again. Infinite waters. Mothers and the importance of mothers from my perspective. So without mothers not choosing to abort us, or without mothers choosing, with mothers choosing not to abort us, we've been given a life full of infinite possibilities, a life that we can create what we want. And I mean, the chances of being born is just like wild. So like our mothers being born is just wild, and so is the chances of us being born, of course. But I mean, today is about mothers and how they're awesome, and sometimes they're not awesome. Of course, we do have differences with our mothers. Well, maybe not everyone. Some of you might be like chill with mothers all the time, but at least I had some difficulties. But anyways, they chose not to abort us, not to have an abortion. So we were given this beautiful life that we can create. Mothers are teachers. And I say that they're teachers because they teach us so many things. Like from my perspective, from my mother, for instance, she's shown me what I don't want to do. I don't want to, when I have children, move them around from house to house, move them around from place to place. I mean, this wasn't only my mother's decision, don't get me wrong, my dad had a part in it too. But anyways, she's teaching me what I want from what I don't want, even though it may have been in the past, I looked at it as a bad thing, them moving around all the time. But I mean, if they didn't move me around all the time, how would I be who I am today? If they didn't move me around all the time, maybe I wouldn't love people as much as I love people. Maybe I wouldn't have so much empathy for people as much as I have empathy for people. Maybe I wouldn't put myself in other people's shoes. Maybe I would become a selfish person that just only wanted to do me, 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 me. I mean, you do you, nothing wrong with being selfish. That's how you get by in life. But I wouldn't have had that opportunity, is what I'm saying. Happy Mother's Day! Woo-hoo! Happy Mother's Day. So, mothers are a gateway to freedom. We've already covered this earlier in the video, but they're a gateway to freedom. If they chose to have an abortion for us, we wouldn't have had this ability to, at least from my perspective, this ability to live my life. So that's why I believe that they're gateways to freedom. So another thing is that mothers are fighters. I mean, I've seen my mom fight for me in my life so many times, and I have a different mother. She's my aunt. I call her mother just because she took care of me for a certain time period of my life. And when she took care of me, yeah, so she would fight for my emotions, you could say, because when the dad wanted to like punish, mothers typically tend to be like, no, we should go do this instead. Like, why don't give them such a hard time? That's at least what my mom did. So that's at least what my mom did, is, you know, argue with my dad about different things that she didn't feel was right, because from my perception, she saw that I was a very sensitive child and she didn't want my feelings to be hurt, so she would always like, both of my mothers, they would always like, you know, like always find a way to somehow not make the energy of criticism and the energy of dislike enter into my energy. And I also believe that mothers are healers. Kind of goes into what we were talking about, you know, with the whole, if they're preventing the energy from coming to us, I consider that healing, because it's a situation that was filled with bad energy and they've healed it by putting good energy. Hence, you know, the dad not being so harsh. That's the good energy. That's, yeah. So I'm sure there's many, many, many more ways to describe mothers, but I just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day. Thank you all mothers. I appreciate you. And even if, you know, I don't know you, I still appreciate you, because there's so many people in this world that have been born who have helped my life. And without you, I wouldn't have met these people. Tony Robbins, Jesus, Abraham Hicks, my mom, my mother, lots of people. Warriors Against Men, Infinite Waters, who else? Anyways, these are people that you've made possible for my life. So thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you ladies. Thank you mothers. Namaste.